The Apex Slidejob Podcast.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to the Apex Live Job Podcast. I am one of your hosts here, your co-host, Isaac, and with me, as always, is Fearson. Fearson, how has your couple weeks been? It's been a couple weeks since we've been on here.
Yes, it has. It's been pretty good. How have you been?
I've been doing all right. I got to watch the Wild West Shootout, great racing there in Arizona, and then got to watch the first All Star Circuit of Champions races. Those were taking place, I think, in Georgia. I don't remember where actually. I'm gonna be honest. I think it was Georgia, but I could be wrong. But great race from there. All Star Circuit of Champions, two World of Outlaw victors. That is how you start off a year, at least as a World of Outlaw fan there. So pretty
Yeah.
happy to watch that. But yeah, and then I also got to watch the 24 hours at Daytona. Pretty good race there. Also, I mean, did not watch all 24 hours, but I got to watch some clips of that, so it was really
You
cool
didn't
to
stay up
watch.
all 24
Uh,
hours. How could you?
I know it's a curse. It's a curse.
And unfortunately, the
But
NASCAR
yeah,
drivers did not do too well in that race, but hey.
no. I mean, they got to race a bit. Got a little bit of experience on that Daytona. Um, uh, what would that be? Roval or just road course?
hmm the road course, yeah.
But they got experience. They got experience on that track, so I mean, hey, a little bit more practice for when it counts most with the points in NASCAR, I think. But
Yep, they're gonna need that practice for the Clash race next weekend, because that'll be on the
oh
road
yeah.
course.
Uh, but yeah, in other news for the Apex Slidejob channel, we are going to be going back into a little bit more of the swing of things here.
hmm
Next week, we're going to get into the series of schedules with NASCAR going every week and World of Outlaws going every week. So expect next week and then most of the weeks following to be more of a two video week upload schedule on Tuesdays is what we're trying to strive for. Last week we just missed the deadline, and then we just didn't want to like have like a late video or something like that for you guys. And I mean, we weren't really missing too much, but
Yeah, with the off season, there's not a whole lot to talk about. So now that we're going into the season, we're starting things up. There's gonna be a lot more to talk about.
oh yeah, yeah, it should be pretty good to get into that and then get on these big conversations about the races and who we think's can go really good in the next races and who what happened last race and all that. So
hmm
we'll get more into the swing of things later on, but that's the only news that we have overall for the Apex Live Job podcast news wise. So let's get into our normal racing news, and we're gonna start with NASCAR and then go into World of Outlaws.
All right, so for the NASCAR news, they announced Pitbull will be the Grand Marshal for the Daytona 500. He is again the co-owner of Trackhouse Racing now, which is the '99 car that will be driven by Daniel Suarez. He's picked up some sponsors now: K1 Speed, Pump It Up, and iFly. And they also announced that Denny Hamlin got a contract renewal with Joe Gibbs Racing. It's not stated how long that renewal is for, um, but FedEx said they will not be sponsoring him for all 36 to 38 races this year, so he will have to find some sponsors for a couple of the races this year. Um,
Denny Hamlin without FedEx.
yeah, his
That's gonna
longest.
be a sight.
Yeah, they've sponsored him
How
since
long?
freaking I don't even know how long.
It
At
had
least
to. It's been
2010.
since I was about to say the car of tomorrow or whatever. It had to have been since then.
Yep. 2009, 2010, at least then.
Jeez. That's been crazy. I'm surprised they're leaving.
Yeah. So a couple of races. It's yeah. He might. it's rumored he might drive for Sport Clips for a couple races, so that might be his replacement for those races. But yeah, that's
That'll
about
be
all
interesting.
for the NASCAR news.
Alrighty. We're gonna start with World of All late models. From what I've been hearing and seeing, there's not too much to talk about with the World of All late model news here. Next weekend we'll be having a 4-night event, Dirt Car Nationals. That should be pretty fun. Definitely looking forward to that, but we're going to be covering that a little more extensively onto the next week podcast. So definitely tune into that. You will not regret that because 4 nights with late models should be fun. But sprint cars, we have got news up the wazoo. That's for sure. So first things first, Carson Macedo, he has gotten a new Uh, as we talked about earlier, Carson Macedo has the JJR, Jason Johnson Racing. Um, they teamed up and they got the paint scheme out. Hopefully, we can get it to you guys. If not, go to JJR Racing on Twitter. Link should be in the description and go check out that paint scheme. Really nice paint scheme. Ain't gonna lie. And then another new paint scheme would be Brad Sweets. Go to KKR Twitter. Hopefully, the link will be in the description for that. Really nice, or maybe it'll be in the video. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But definitely go check it out and go to Twitter. But that's a change up from how couple years at least with the old Napa, old blue uh, sprint car. So it's blue and white, and it looks really nice. I like it. I do like it. But we definitely got change ups over the entire weekend, though. We have a new rookie joining the rookie class because heaven forbid it wasn't competitive enough. We had Aaron Reitzel, Parker Price Miller, and Brock Zierfoss, three guys who had beaten the Outlaws before. I didn't think it could get any better, but James McFadden with the Casey Kane Racing is joining the World of Outlaws tour as a rookie. Um, what? That's all I could. I'm still trying to comprehend that. I mean, like for the first couple races, it's gonna be Casey Kane's gonna be racing for. So the number 9 is gonna be going for team ownership points, but uh, James McFadden will be racing that towards his. I don't even know how long. Right now, he's just stuck in Australia, is what I heard or what I've seen. But that will definitely be. My mind's blowing right now on this World of Outlaws year. 16 drivers, and most of them can win. Like they're winning drivers. I don't know if like you could roll a dice for who is going to win this year's championship for the World of Outlaws. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, yeah, last year you could go like, oh, maybe Brad Sweet, probably Donnie Schatz or Logan Stewart, maybe even possible Sheldon Hansfield might have it for last year. 2 years ago was Brad Sweet and Donnie Schatz, and then the past few years it was been mainly Donnie Schatz. But now it's I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, no. Last weekend was the All Star Circuit Champions. Donnie won night number 1. And then Aaron Reitzel won night number 2. Night number 2, though, Donnie got, I believe, third in his heat, and then got had to go to the scales, but he didn't. So he got dropped to 10th. He had to go from the B main to the A main, started 21st, and ended, I believe, 4th. He is a hot driver this year, I believe. So definitely Donnie Schatz, I think, has got a pretty good start to the season. Aaron Reitzel, he was up there too with them, but the Shark Boys only got one race in. Brock Zierfoss, I believe, only had one race in, and we haven't seen KKR yet this year, so I don't know what's going on with them, and how well they're going to be doing. And then JJR also with Carson Macedo. It's going to be an interesting year this year, from the beginnings of the couple races that I've seen, including the Wild West Shootout. Which Wild West Shootout, they got. I don't remember who won those two races. It was the same person, but I don't remember who it was. I'd have to go check that out later. Maybe I'll mention that in a tweet later. But
Mhm.
um, definitely going to be an interesting year for the sprints this year. I just don't know. I've said that a lot, but it's just rip out the page. We got not just two boxers in the match. We got about a dozen. But yeah, no, definitely going to be a fun year to watch. And guess what? We're starting this weekend. Appaloosa, half mile, baby. And wait, half Volusia's half mile. Now I
Oh,
don't
so
know what's going on. This is what I've hit. I've actually hit a point where I just don't even know what's going on in the world anymore. I'm supposed to be doing my homework before this, and I just didn't. I was just too excited to talk about how um, just how amazing the drivers are, and I didn't even do the homework on Volusia. I believe it's a half mile, but you know what? I'll just stick with half mile. we'll, we'll put it in for 500 here. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. It might be 3/8.
the track could be
It's
five
just a
miles. We
wild.
don't know.
It could be 5 miles. Who knows at this point? But yeah, no, it's 3 night sprint car race. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and last year Donnie won the first night, Brad won the second, Logan won the third, and then pretty much I thought the season was canceled, and then we got back on track. But those are the three guys who were in the points race till the end of the year last year. So maybe this will be the same thing. Maybe it's going to be three different drivers and they'll command the point leads the entire year. Who knows? But definitely going to be one to watch out for. And I mean, Donnie, he's gotten heck of a good start for the with his Ford and his his new power plant, yeah, his Ford and his team going on. So, and then Aaron Reitzel, another big name, and then Sheldon Haudenschild was doing a marvelous job, but he had 2 nights where he was practically going to win the thing, and just had some. I don't know, his tire popped or something happened. He spun out. He just had misfortunes. I mean, it just stinks. You hate to see it. I mean, it would have been good racing with if he was up there too. But definitely another one to watch out for, Sheldon Haudenschild from those couple nights that I watched. But um, yeah, no, and then of course David Gravel with the um, Big Game Motorsports, another good team to watch out for there too. So again, I could talk on and on about all these drivers, but you just got to tune in and watch the Volusia or listen to it, and we'll cover it next week here at the Ep.6 Slidejob podcast. But
Mhm.
I mean, I could go on and on. I don't want to do that for you guys. I just want to let that go there before I start just gloating how great this season's going to be too. But that's all I have for the sprint car side of things that I can think of. Um, but yeah, that's everything. We'll have the link to our Twitter down below. Unless
Mhm.
there's anything you need to add for that I missed. I don't know.
I don't believe so. I think you've covered it all.
All right, good. Because the class of 2021, I don't know. It blew my mind. It blew my mind where I can't even think straight no more. But but I think that covered everything there that I could think of. But yeah, no. If you're just tuning in and you're just us, you like the content, hit the subscribe or give us a like, follow our Twitter and all that, and Yeah. That's all I got. I don't know, man.
All right, guys. That's
But
the end of this week's podcast.
yeah, have a great rest of your day or a fantastic rest of your night. I'm Isaac, and
This is
have a good one.
Fearsome. See ya.